dust just blows. When the green fields are gone, when the green grass growing fields are gone, when the green fields are gone, when the green grass growing fields are gone. Well, this said in California, there's work of every kind. The only job I ever got out there was waiting on a welfare line. Once I had $1, once I had a dream. Now all the work is being done by a big old machine. Yeah, we hold Dustbowl children singing in a Dust Bowl song. When the crops won't grow and the dust just blows, when the green fields are gone, when the green grass growing fields are gone, when the green fields are gone, when the green grass growing fields are gone. Hey, thank you. Here's a song I didn't want to ever have to write. I'll tell you a story not long ago. High on a mountain in Idaho, I was living free. Sold a sawed-off shotgun to a deputy. Don't shoot me down, don't shoot me down. I got a wife and kids on Ruby Ridge. Please don't shoot me down. They killed my good dog, they killed my boy, my only son, my pride and joy. They shot my wife dead on the floor, holding our baby in the cabin door. Don't shoot me down, don't shoot me down. Got a wife and kids on Ruby Ridge. Please don't shoot me down, don't shoot me down, don't shoot me down. Got a wife and kids on Ruby Ridge. Please don't shoot me down. If you take a notion and you want to go build you a cabin in Idaho, you'll be living free. Don't sell no shotgun to no deputy. Don't shoot me down, don't shoot me down. I got a wife and kids on Ruby Ridge. Please don't shoot me down, don't shoot me down, don't shoot me down. I got a wife and kids on Ruby Ridge. Please don't shoot me down. Thank you. Something strange just happened to the monitors. Sounds like I fell down a canyon and singing underwater here. You hear that? Excuse me, folks, but check. Oh, okay, sorry. Here's a song I wrote with a great singer-songwriter named Bill Miller. in an Oklahoma cowtown where the sky begins to rain. In a dusty rundown honky-tonk sits a drifting tumbleweed, thumbing through a magazine that he can't even read. Tumbleweed remembers how the West was won and lost, the Homestead Act and the Dust Bowl, everybody paid the cost. The great white father promised to treat his children all the same, when Indian Territory was Oklahoma's name. Tumbleweed keeps rolling, he just roams from town to town. It ain't easy for a half-breed kid to try and settle down. Tumbleweed keeps rolling, he can't find no place to rest, 'cause the desert wind blows tumbleweed, the spirit of the West. So when you cross the Mississippi, you hit the open plains, you pass through Indian Territory where the sky begins to rain, and you're feeling kinda rootless, you can't find no place to nest. Just remember tumbleweed, the spirit of the West. The desert wind blows tumbleweed, the spirit of the West. The desert wind calls tumbleweed, the spirit of the West. Thank you. Panama Red, Panama Red, he'll steal your woman, then he'll rob your head. Panama Red, Panama Red, on his white horse Mescalito he come breezing through town. Bet your woman's up in bed with old Panama Red. The judge don't know when Red's in town, he keeps well hidden underground. Everybody's acting lazy, falling out and hanging round. My woman said, "Hey Pedro, you acting crazy like a clown. Nobody feels like working, Panama Red is back in town." Panama Red, Panama Red, he'll steal your woman, then he'll rob your head. Panama Red, Panama Red, on his white horse Mescalito he come breezing through town. Bet your woman's up in bed with old Panama Red. Let me pick a while. Wildwood flower, but everybody's looking out for him 'cause they know Red satisfies. All the girls love to listen to him sing and tell sweet lies. But when things get too confusing, darling, we're better off in bed. Don't you be searching all them joints downtown when you got Panama Red. Panama Red, Panama Red. He'll steal your woman, then he'll rob your head. Panama Red, Panama Red. On his white horse Mescalito, he come breezing through town. That your woman's up in bed with old Panama Red. Thank you. You know, I was so dry lately down here in Texas that I've been thinking of the days in the 80s that we used to call the trickle-down time, when the trickle-down theory was in effect. And so I decided to go on a vision quest last week over there in Blanco, where it was dry, and I was thirsty. So I walked out across the two-lane highway, 281, the old Chisholm Trail, and I stood at the edge of the sacred ground, the parking lot of the Super S store. And there, glowing like a jeweled mandala at the center of the universe, all lit up, was the Super S store. And standing atop the store, big as life, was Elvis. And he was looking down at me and he said, well, and I said, uh-huh. You try that. Well, uh-huh. He said, boy. I said, well. He said, uh-huh. I said, yeah. He said, well, I want you to write a rain-making song, well, uh-huh. And I don't want you to write no new age ditty, well. And I don't want you to write no neo-shamanistic jingle, well, uh-huh. I want you to write a surefire, righteous, rockabilly, rain-making song, well, uh-huh. When Elvis talks, I listen. Rainmaker, rainmaker, the land is parched and dry. Rainmaker, make the rain fall from the sky. Rainmaker, rainmaker, the crops are gonna die. Rainmaker, rainmaker, make the heavens cry. Oh, when you try to make your living making rain, you gotta put on a real good show, tell the people anything. You got to get the Lord's attention any old way you can. Maybe he'll show a little mercy and start crying for the land. Sing it, brothers. Rainmaker, rainmaker, the land is parched and dry. Rainmaker, rainmaker, make the rain fall from the sky. Rainmaker, rainmaker, the crops are gonna die. Rainmaker, rainmaker, make the heavens cry. Well, some say I work miracles, some say I'm just insane. Many times I bet my life that I could make it rain. Well, one time I had a whole town beating drums and singing through the night. And we watched the morning sun come up with not a rain cloud in sight. I knew if I didn't make some weather and see them storm clouds gather, I'd be run out of town when the sun went down, covered up in tar and feathers. I was on my knees and raised my hands to the heavens high. I felt the rain like a sigh of relief come pouring from the sky. Hey, sing it now. Rainmaker, rainmaker, the land is parched and dry. Rainmaker, rainmaker, make the rain fall from the sky. Rainmaker, rainmaker, the crops are gonna die. Rainmaker, rainmaker, make the heavens cry. rain is not enough, and too much just makes things worse. Well, the good Lord promised me a miracle in this life with only one condition. He said, take your money, get out of town, don't try and start another religion. Oh, rainmaker, rainmaker, the land is parched and dry. Rainmaker, rainmaker, make the rain fall from the sky. Rainmaker, rainmaker, the crops are gonna die. Rainmaker, rainmaker, make the heavens cry. If you ever feel lonesome and you're down in San Antone, beg, steal, or borrow 2 nickels or a dime, call me on the phone. I will meet you at Alamo Mission. We can say our prayer. The Holy Ghost and the Virgin Mother will heal us as we kneel there. In the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight, midnight moonlight, in the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight, midnight moonlight. If you ever feel sorrow for the love you have wrong, with no hope for tomorrow, in the setting of the sun, and the ocean is howling with dreams that might have been, that last good morning sunrise will be the brightest you ever see. In the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight, midnight moonlight, in the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight, midnight moonlight. Thank you. I'm happy to have these guys surprise me like that. Brother Lauren Rowan on the 12th string. Brother Chris Rowan singing the high parts on the 6th string right here.
I know we'll love again. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know where gonna cry, because they made us say goodbye. Our love will stand their test of time, and our ages won't be there to draw the line. I know we'll love again, maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. I don't know where or when, maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to get right to that. I'd just like to make a little tribute here for some folks that we've lost recently. Most recently, the day before yesterday, we lost another member of Old and in the Way. John Kahn passed away. And I'm sorry to tell you that. We'd like to sing this for John and Walter Hyatt and for Spud Boy Garcia. It's one of our old tunes from the Old and in the Way, Stanley Brothers tune we'd like to play for you.
In the deep rolling hills of old Virginia, there's a place that I love so well, where I spent happy days of my childhood, in a cabin where we loved to dwell. White doves will mourn in sorrow, the willows will hang their head. I live my life in sorrow, since mother and daddy are dead. We all were so happy there together in our peaceful little mountain home. But the Savior needs angels up in heaven. Now they sing around the great white throne. White doves will mourn in sorrow, the willows will hang their head. I live my graveside. Darkness finds me where I kneel and pray. White doves will mourn in sorrow. The willows will hang their head. I live my life in sorrow since mother and daddy are dead. Oh, the wind blows cold on the trail of the buffalo. Oh, the wind blows cold in the land of the Navajo. In the land of the Navajo. Well, 100 miles from nowhere out on the desert sand, one-eyed Jack the trader held some turquoise in his hand. And by his side sat Running Elk, his longtime Indian friend. He vowed that he would stay by Jack until the bitter end. Jack had gambled everything he owned to lead this wandering life. He might have had a happy home or a tender loving wife, but his hunger was for trading trappers' furs for turquoise stone. Anything that the Indians had, Jack wanted for his own. Oh, the wind blows cold on the trail of the buffalo. Oh, the wind blows cold in the land of the Navajo. In the land of the Navajo. Said Jack to Running Elk, I'll gamble all my precious stones before I leave my body here among these bleaching bones. For now my time is drawing near and I'm filled with dark regret. My spirit longs to journey as the sun begins to set. For we've raped and killed, we stole your land, we ruled with guns and knives, fed whiskey to your warriors while we stole away your wives. Said Running Elk, what's done is done, you white men rule this land. Lay the cards face up and play your last broken-hearted hand. Oh, the wind blows cold on the trail of the buffalo. Oh, the wind blows cold in the land of the Navajo. In the land of the Navajo. And when you're dealing cards with death, the joker's wild, the ace is high. The Jack bet the Mississippi River, Running Elk raised him the sky. Jack saw him with the sun and moon and upped him with the stars. Running Elk bet the Rocky Mountains, Jupiter and Mars. And the sun was sinking in the west when Jack drew the ace of spades. Running Elk just rolled his eyes, he smiled and passed away. Jack picked up his turquoise stones and cast them to the sky. He stared into the setting sun and he made a mournful cry. Oh, the wind blows cold on the trail of the buffalo. Oh, the Navajo, in the land of the Navajo.
Thank you, folks. Aye, yeah. Those are my words exactly.
In the Morelos Mountains, campesinos are blind. stuffs Apollo rides, a horse that can still outrun the wheel. High in the sky above and clear out of sight is the free Mexican Air Force, and we're flying tonight. In San Antonio, a cowgirl is cooling her heels, remembering that God gave us herbs and the fruits of the field. But a criminal law that made outlaws of those seeking life make the free Mexican Air Force, Mescalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight, flying so high. Trail. We were wondering what a newt is about the bush who went to Yale. And then we met Whitewater Willie who never inhaled. Now the free Mexican Air Force is in the White House tonight. Sensimilla. The law wants it all 'cause they think that the wild we can free us. Freedom for us is a prison for the rulers of might. And the free Mexican Air Force, Mescalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. Everybody flying so high. Flying tonight. Hold on. en la luz de la luna, de la luna. Señorita. Oh, how you ride, shine with love so bright. Oh, how I want to come and hold you tight. You are my life. You are my life. There is nothing more. 'Tis you that I adore. Por ti, señorita, you say so much sweeter. And the moonlight, 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 moonlight. Pretty señorita. Ah, muchas gracias. Daddy was a dreamer, how he loved to sing and dance. The life of the party, anytime he'd get the chance. Working days in the textile mills, selling American thread. Always talking about the great big things he was gonna be doing instead. Me and my brother raising hell just like he done. I guess we inherited Daddy's gift for having too much fun. He said, boys, I can't blame you. Heaven knows I can't tame you. But don't ever be ashamed to say you are your father's son. He was Irish a rake, a rambling boy. He was his own papa's pride and joy. An immigrant family in old Boston town. With a good education, he could live it down. It's not what you know, it's who you know. No matter how you feel, put on a real good show. Give it the old college try. Never ever let them see you cry. And me and my brothers picking guitars all night long.
have inherited Daddy's gift for having so much fun. He said, boys, I can't blame you. Heaven knows I can't tame you. But don't ever be ashamed to say you are your father's son. Well, he loved to throw the football. He told tall tales with ease. He said he knew Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio. Yeah, he sure could shoot the breeze. But when the bills came due, and he'd just forget, take the money to the track, put it all on a bet. Took his car when he could not pay. He just shrugged his shoulders and walked away. While me and my brothers singing songs he wished he'd sung, living the life we inherited. Daddy's gift for having too much fun. Blame you, and I know I can't tame you, but I'll never be ashamed to say I am my father's son. I am my father's son, my father, my father, my father's son. My father's son.
Thank you, folks. We've enjoyed it so much. Thank you all.
Peter Rowan and the Rowan brothers. Come on back, Peter.
I came to the place where the Lone Pilgrim lay, and pensively stood by his tomb, when in a low whisper I heard something say, how sweetly I sleep here alone. The tempest may howl and the loud thunders roar, and gathering storms may arise, yet calm are my feelings, at rest is my soul. The tears are all wiped from my eyes. The cause of my master compelled me from home. to the tomb. My soul flew to mansions on high. Oh, tell my companion and children most dear to weep not for me now I'm gone. The same hand that led me through scenes most severe has kindly assisted me.
Thank y'all.
Peter Rowan and the Rowan brothers. Thank you.
Rainmaker, rainmaker, the land is parched and dry. Rainmaker, rainmaker, make the rain fall from the sky. Rainmaker, rainmaker, the crops are gonna die. Rainmaker, rainmaker, make the heavens cry. Oh, we try to make your living making rain. You gotta put on a real good show, tell the people anything. You got to get the Lord's attention any old way you can. Maybe he'll show a little mercy and start crying for the land. Sing it, brothers.